Hello everybody, welcome back to Cinema Savvy. It is myself George bringing a brand new video, and today I'm going to be going through our top 10 most anticipated films of 2025. It is New Year's Eve. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I hope that everyone's looking forward to the celebrations for the new year. I hope you're looking forward to films for the new year. I'm going to be doing this video to go over films I'm looking forward to. As you can tell, maybe they're franchises, maybe they're dramas, maybe they're directors I love. Maybe there'll be some honourable mentions this time around because I'm really looking forward to 2025. I spoke in the top 10 video yesterday that I really did like 2024. I thought there's like good films, but I think we're missing a few great films. And whilst there were some like Dune Part 2, Substance, and Nora, I felt like the year wasn't as good as other years. I know we've had the strikes the year before and whatnot, but with the strikes, the delays, looking into 2025, you know, the backlog that's been moving, there's a lot coming out I'm very much looking forward to, so I'm excited to talk about them today. I guess it's time to start off with the 10th, and I'm going to say these are UK release dates. I'm not putting Nosferatu in, but it should be, but it comes out New Year's Day here, so it's a bit of an awkward one to talk about, but yeah, I'm just clarifying that UK release dates, maybe some of these are going to get delayed too. Be fuming if I do, but I get why some might. So, in 10th place, we have Knives Out 3, rounding out the Rian Johnson trilogy. Maybe it's going to be the final film, maybe it's not going to be the final film. I love what Daniel Craig's done with his post-Bond career with the Knives Out films. I love Rian Johnson as a filmmaker. Once again, there's a really interesting cast they put forward, so I'm excited to see what the story's going to be, what the murder's going to be, the situation, and how this continues to play with that murder mystery genre. So, very much one looking forward to. 9th place, we've got The Battle of Bactan Cross. Now, people are wondering, what the hell is this? I don't really know too much either. All we know is it's the new Paul Thomas Anderson film, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. It's due to come out next year. I hope it comes out next year. I think it's August release date. I will be seated. I'll be watching it. I'm down for it. So that's naturally there, given respect to the director and the lead actor. 8th place, we have 28 Years Later. I've not even seen the original. I've not even seen the trailer of this new one. I don't want to call it post-Oppenheimer Cillian Murphy, but Danny Boyle obviously returning. You can't pick up the first one anyway now, that's the running joke, isn't it? But there's something about the British filmmaking side of things. You look at the cast, Aaron Taylor-Johnson's joining it. You've got, obviously, Cillian Murphy, as I mentioned. Ray Fiennes is going to be in it as well. I mentioned Danny Boyle's directing it. I'm excited to go see the first one and then watch this one too, but I just think it's a really interesting concept if there's been a zombie film before and they're going to go revisit it X amount of years later. I know obviously 20 Days Later is the original one, but it's one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to sort of dipping in that franchise for the first time, so it's on that list due to that. I haven't even seen the trailer, as I said, but the posters look extraordinary. 7th place, we have Fantastic Four First Steps. I've seen the leaked San Diego Comic-Con trailer. I'm down for it. I wasn't really sure at the beginning when they did the cast. The more that's coming out about the film, the more excited I'm into the whole retro 60s modernised type thing, almost like a Tomorrowland. I'm really excited to see what they do with Galactus, if they're going to set up Doctor Doom for the films next year. This really has me. I'm really intrigued by this as much as I'm excited, and that goes a long way in anticipation for me. I'd like to know more. I'm not desperate for trailer after trailer after trailer, but I am sat there wondering, okay, let's see what they're going to do. It's been so long since a good Fantastic Four film like that. And 6th place, we have Superman. James Gunn doing Superman, sold on the premise. David Corenswit's playing Superman. Obviously the trailer's out now, the amazing poster's out now, a little bit of the theme is out to listen to. I loved the trailer. I've said before, I'm not the biggest fan of Superman. It's not trying to be an edgy opinion. I've just never particularly cared for the character when I picked up and read the comics. I've never cared for his villains as much, so it's someone I'm excited to go and watch all the original films with for the first time. Yep, I need to rewatch. I need to watch all of them for the first time, and that's clearly going to be a series we do in June of this year, ready for the July release date. So I'm excited for that. 5th place, Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm laughing because if you'd have told me a year ago George is excited for a new Jurassic Park film, I'd have laughed. 2 years ago, I'd have laughed. Very few things could have pulled me in to be excited for Jurassic Park once more. I love dinosaurs like everyone else does. I just really didn't like the third Jurassic World film. I didn't mind the second one, but the first Jurassic World was fine. It worked as a legacy sequel. I loved the concept of the park being open. But what's done it for this one for me is Gareth Edwards is directing it. I'm sold. I'm going to watch every new Gareth Edwards film. The fact he's doing a Jurassic Park film, someone who is great with CG, who's great at shooting on location, that does guerrilla filmmaking, I'm going to call it. He's actually so well suited for Jurassic Park, it's quite scary. And there are very, very few filmmakers that could have got attached to this that I'd have said straight away, I'm in, it doesn't matter, I'm in. Now we've started seeing photos from this, it looks even better than I thought. It looks like an Alien film, which is a compliment, by the way. So I'm excited for Jurassic World. I'm somewhat fearful it moves release date. I know it's had a short turnaround of filming. I know that's exactly how we did Creator. But it's in a really, really busy month. So maybe that one moves, I don't know. Fourth place, though, we've got the Peaky Blinders film. Now, I'm a big fan of the Peaky Blinders series. I watched it quite early on. I think from season 2 was when I started watching it with my family. Being based in the Midlands, it's around the corner in theory, like the whole Birmingham thing. So you get a lot of pretend people thinking of Thomas Shelby, which is like the only bad thing about the show is all like the weird people that go to horse racing events and stuff that have decided to make Cillian Murphy their personality. It just reminds me of like the weird Patrick Bateman type things, but this film, I'm excited for just the name alone. Then you're bringing in some of the actors they've been able to get on hand for this. I'm really intrigued to see what they do, having watched that final season. So I'm guessing it'll be on the festival circuit for us. Fourth place. No, that was fourth place. Third place. A film that could have been first if they'd have kept the original cast. I'm putting Tron Ares at third. Now, I'm all in on Tron. I'm much more of a fan of Legacy than the original. But we've gone, 14 years at this point without a Tron film. We had Legacy stuck in development hell for years and years. We had the cast ready, we had the director ready, and it didn't happen thanks to the failure of Tomorrowland. Make that make sense, okay? And then Tron was reborn, starring Jared Leto. It's third because of Jared Leto. It's still Tron. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm just really struggling with that lead actor. He's an actor I just hate seeing him in anything, if I'm honest now. Completely puts me off, and I think he puts other people off. But I'm excited to go back to the world of Tron. Granted, the film's going to be them coming to our world, or trying to. And I know that Nine Inch Nails doing the soundtrack, which I can't wait for too. I'm then heading into second place. And I was really torn with first and second. And first and second like marry up with each other so well. And you'll kind of get it once I name them both. But I've looked at my history with franchises, with films, with personal hobbies, which is going to sort of tinker where we go here. Second place, I have Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, of course starring Tom Cruise to finish the Mission Impossible series. Now maybe this could have been first, maybe this would be first if I did this video yesterday. My 1 and 2 were a Country Mile 1 and 2 what I'm anticipated for this year. I want to see how this series ends. I did like Dead Reckoning Part 1. I'm still getting used to calling it Final Reckoning. I get why they dropped the Part 1 title. It got a really nasty release date next to like Oppenheimer, Barbie and Indiana Jones. It lost the IMAX screens. They overmarketed the same one screen. I loved the teaser for this. I love that they were interweaving the older films in. It comes out in May. I'm excited to see this. I'm going to be there on day 1, maybe day -1 if I can try and go to red carpet again. Who knows? So Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, Tom Cruise, thank you so much. I cannot fucking wait. First place. The film that's got the worst name I've ever heard across. F1. Not F1 the movie, not Apex Racing, not F1 : Apex, just F1. Minor gripe with that, listen, it's the F1 film we've been waiting for years. Brad Pitt's been filming it for years, thanks to the strikes, had to basically reshoot it across all of 2023. Having a literal F2 car in an F1 grid for race sequences, having him across the season, although it's a burden on the drivers and the sport, and although the sport is in the worst shape it's ever been in the 18 years I've watched it, the excitement still at a Joseph Kosinski film for Formula One, taking the technology of Top Gun Maverick, that's why I was talking about Tom Cruise earlier, getting the Top Gun Maverick production, the crew, it's Paramount, I think Bruckheimer is involved, I could be wrong, or is it, I know Brad Pitt is, I know Plan B Productions is, it's a nearly $300 million Apple film. I can't wait to see this, I have high hopes. I hope it's good, I really do. Somewhat cautious as well, that if this is a hit, I hope they don't try and sort of ruin F1 more with the Americans doing more of the American nonsense. You can get away with making a one-off film in this timeline, that you had this weird year where Brad Pitt was at races, where they really did bring the real-life races into sequences, into story. From an F1 fan perspective, it's exciting. From an F1 cynic, it's a bit of a piss take for the sport, seeing Brad Pitt sat with the 20 on grids and national anthems and whatnot. But if this film comes out right, if it's good, if it's very good, if everything has clicked, then we are in for a film none of us have ever seen before. There will be a new expectation on racing films. There'll be a new expectation on blockbusters, and I'm really excited to see what Joseph Kosinski's cooking. And that's a big L for Disney, who decided to make Tron Ares without Joseph Kosinski, didn't they? So that's my top 10 anticipated films for 2025. If you think I missed any out, comment below. I know we've got some exciting ones. Avatar 3. The new Matt Stone, Trey Parker film supposedly coming out next year. There's a lot of films I'm looking forward to. Some obviously weren't going to make this top 10 list, but I'm excited to see what people think. So please do comment below your top 10s, what you're looking forward to, films that you think might not be, films you've heard of that maybe I've not spoke about. I'm excited to see what people are looking forward to. I hope it's going to be a very good year for film, and obviously wishing you all a happy new year as well. So that's going to do it from today. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.